we were on a dating app, I'd probably swipe right on you. Just letting you know. Today we are on r/Tinder, and yeah, let's get straight into the business. I've been liking these cold opens. We get straight to the point, and I've been saving all the like, subscribe at the end of the video, but please do it if you do like it. Anyways, title of this one says, what are the odds? We have someone's prompt on Hinge saying, teach me something about men. And OP's response is, pretty sure they invented yo mama jokes. She says, source? And then he goes, you're not gonna believe this. Yo mama, dude, come on. She either is completely oblivious or was trying to set that up. Honestly, this is one of the best outcomes I've seen from one of these incredibly basic prompts. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate, that's a strong word, but whenever I see these boring prompts where they'll say like one worders, I'm just like, this person probably sucks. They might not, but that's my first impression. Because I mean, dating apps are first impressions, right? All right, let's see what else is popping. I really think this would work. I really didn't think this would work. Okay, little plot twist here. All right, OP says, how can you say you're fat when you have a perfect jawline? And then a laughing emoji and a okay emoji. Babes, it's angles and filters. And bigger people can still have a slim face. True. Then OP says, well, why don't you bring your fat ass over here and let me cook you dinner? Yo, that's honestly a fire. I mean, I'm not going to promote like derogatory terms towards people, but that's pretty funny. I mean, I would love that. If someone said that to me, I'd be dead. Bring your fat ass over here and let me cook you dinner. I mean, that's playful humor, right? That's got to be allowed. That's pretty funny. You're either going to love that or you're going to hate it. And it's going to tell you right away their sense of humor. What, Sora? You want to be in the video? Sora wants to be in the video. You want to say hi? I got your toy. You want to play catch? Watch this. Yep. And then she responds and says, I feel like I should be offended, but I actually like that. It made me giggle, laughing face. Time and date, I'll be there. Oh, it worked. See, that's what I'm saying. Now you know that this girl has a great sense of humor. She's okay to, joke about herself. That's a huge key for me. Like, you got to be able to joke about things. I mean, I'm not going to call you a fat ass, but that's a bold play, but it worked. Someone in the comments say that was perfectly executed and I wouldn't make a lot of fat jokes when she comes over. Yeah, I agree. That was just cream of the crop. All right. Next one sounds really interesting. All right. We got married man looking for a long-term partner, laughing emoji. All right. So we got somebody's profile here, guys, and it says looking for a long-term partner. About me. Why lie? ... I'm married. Dude. Even if you were in like separated type of beat, like you should probably give it some time before you jump into a long-term partner. That's just my advice. I'm not an expert though. I'm not taken obviously. So what do I know? I got to be careful reading this. All right. It says it's complicated. 6'1", 230, typical dad bod. I am real. I love the I am real. I wonder how does he look like a model where you could potentially see him being fake? Please try and not judge my situation until you know everything. Oh, I gotta blur this next bit. I'm actually looking to get to know you. Cuddling is great and all, but there's more to it than that. Having the actual word, obviously it's not cuddling, the synonym for that, the thing that, you do before or after, whatever situation you're in. Saying that in your profile, isn't that gonna get you dinged by Tinder? Isn't there some type of moderation team on that? Wouldn't there be? I don't know. Anyways, he says cuddling is great and all, but there's definitely more to it than that. ... Promise I won't ask you to invest in Bitcoin. Okay. That's what a scammer would say. I was just like, let's just be completely honest about everything. It's kind of uncomfortable how many times he's using ... He says, why lie ... I'm married. And then he says all that stuff, and then he goes, please let me try, and don't judge my situation till you know everything, ... There's more to it than that, ... Won't ask you to invest in Bitcoin, ... All the ... dots making me kind of sketched out. Just saying. This is a relatively new post, and not too many comments on that one. So let's move on to the next. All right, this one says, unmatched me immediately, crying face. Damn, based on what I see, there isn't anything about you that I would change. And then shocked emoji. That's a fine opener. It's not really it's not really provocative, but he continues and then kept going and says, except maybe your address and last name. Winky face. Hi, I'm Nick. How are you? Winky face. Okay, the winky faces are a little bit much. Too much emojis, in my opinion. But and then he says, "Lighted with Queen Ka-chow." That's actually hilarious. Yeah, I could see this working probably like 5% of the time. You got to find a girl with like a very specific type of humor. Some people will like that, but not a lot. I'm gonna say whoever sent this OP or whatever, leaning towards the r/nice guys, you know? Just read the comments. What color fedora are you wearing? Literally, dude. r/nice guys. I love that. That was the first comment, and he goes black. Oh, funny. The likes is 666. Just noticed that. Should I change that? Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. This is hilarious. I lolled at Ka-chow. Yeah, the Ka-chow is actually pretty funny. That's definitely an interesting way to show desperation. Yeah. That's the thing, guys. And I know it's gonna sound like counterintuitive and like it's gonna sound goofy. But when it comes to dating apps, and all the power to you, if you're not on dating apps and you're dating in the real world, that's awesome. I am on dating apps because it's kind of hard. Also in the area I'm in and the lifestyle that I live, dating apps just make it a little bit easier. But in regards of this, like if a girl sends a bunch of messages and is kind of showing desperate, it does turn me off. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a human mechanism, but it's just like, ooh, like, calm down. We just met. You got to learn how to communicate. It's just like socializing in person. You know, you can't just be like, hey. I mean, you can. And some people will like that. Some people that are, you know, the same wavelength might like that, but it's really hard to find sometimes. All right, let's look at something else. All right, this one says, hypocrite much? My most irrational fear, short men. Dude, I have only seen this a few times, but whenever I see this, I laugh so hard because I'm like, honestly, it saves me so much time because I don't even have to try with this. But believe it or not, there was someone who had that as a prompt similar, and I mashed with them and I teased them about it. I was like, so why go to a scary movie when you can just hang out with your biggest fear? You know, like you could still play with it. And I did go on a date with that girl. It didn't end up being anything too serious. I don't know if it's because I'm short, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And so this specific post says, my most irrational fear is short men, and yet she's 5'1". It is silly. It's something I noticed. The shorter the girl, no, actually, I don't want to generalize because I met a lot of short women that are okay with dating short men too. But it is sometimes funny how the shortest girls will be the ones that are like, nope, 6 feet and above only. And I'm just like, brother, what? It's pretty silly. And if you're a short guy, open your mind to taller women. I'm telling you guys. Most of the women I've dated have been taller. I mean, short queens are great too, but you know. This one says, I always attract the crazies, heart eyes. Okay, someone messaged her on Tinder and said, you matched with me and then gave me emotional abandonment before we even emotionally bonded. Question mark, exclamation point, bold, hot, painful. All periods after that. Crying emoji. JK, unless you're emotionally available now and want to make it up to me with attention and forehead kisses, question mark, exclamation point. Let me know. The deadline is at 5 p.m. sharp. Wide eye emoji. Late notice, question mark. This is all one message. Bro, what? Calm down, dude. I know I sadly have to be admitted back into the psych ward, ... Save me. What? Okay, I can't tell if he's joking. Like, that could be a really bad joke talking about the psych ward, or it could be accurate because who the fuck says all that in one message? That was weird. That was just a lot. You mashed with me and they gave me emotional abandonment before we even emotionally bonded. What? Like, I would literally be like, brother, what is going on? This is just a Wendy's. Let's read the comments on this one. A little corny, but IDK, I like her. Message her back. Oh, is this a girl? That doesn't change anything. That's still wild. I can fix her. Oh, it's so funny. You know, isn't it funny that the more attractive you are in general, it doesn't matter if you're a girl, guy, just attractive to someone, whether their preference or whatever, you can get away with more silly shit because people will say, I can fix them. Seriously, who is swiping right to this? And then we got a mega ultra, for all the listeners, it's a supremely AI picture of someone, like super fake. Like it's not even good AI that like looks kind of realistic. This looks like those mafia games. And it's a super jacked, like Superman build with a dark hair, Yeah, like who's gonna get bamboozled by that? If you get got by this, you kind of deserve it, unless you're older. If you're an older woman, then, you know, that's different. But probably the same AI that created it. Seriously, who is swiping right to this? The same AI that created it. That's funny. Yeah, honestly, I know that there's like bots out there that swipe right and stuff, you know? So, because they try to promote like it, whether it be like some monetizable thing, trying to scam you. There's a lot, dude. It's mostly on Tinder too. I don't know what's going on with Tinder's like part of me have this like conspiracy theory that Tinder specifically won't do anything about their bots because it drives traffic to Tinder, because it's like really hot girls, and then the guys that are like not getting a lot of matches, they finally get these matches, and then they find out that they're bots. But some of these guys don't know that. I know better. I can usually, like 95% of the time, I can tell when it's a bot. There's every now and then that it's a really good bot account. But yeah, I have this theory that it's just like Tinder is okay with it because it's just driving money to Tinder. Because Tinder is just such a massive platform. Whereas like apps, oh, that was so cute. Is that Sora? No, that was Cloud. Wait. Is it? No, it's Sora. I get them confused all the time until I see their collar because they're twins. But yeah, Sora jumping into his house. But yeah, it's like Tinder's just like a lot of bots versus Hinge and Bumble. Bumble's pretty good. Hinge is really good about that. All right, let's see what else. Alrighty then is the title of this one. It says, things we can bond over coffee. Okay, my bio. If you're looking for a slightly alcoholic, psychotic girl who swears too much, eats too much, and will probably try to fight you while drunk, well, here I am. That's a hard left for me, buddy. What in the world? That sounds like a lot. That is crazy. Hey, to each their own. Somebody might be into that. All right, we got somebody here that's asking for some feedback. I love doing these in the r/Tinder. It gives me like a little like palate cleanser because it's usually more wholesome. Hey, just created my account and I wanted some feedback only about the photos. Thanks. Okay, so we're gonna stick to just the photos and give him some honest criticism. So we have Sofiane, I think. It's definitely a name that I'm not used to saying. 26, so he's about my age. Okay. Fire picture. Good first picture. It shows his smile, shows his fashion sense. I'm digging it. I like it. I know I'm not like reading his or dissecting his bio, but I'm guessing he's Italian, maybe, based on the about me. But all right, we got next picture. It's him petting a dog, and it's a cute little doggy, tiny one. I wonder if it's his dog. And it looks like he's in business attire. Smart pick. I would keep this pick. I would probably put it as a, actually, it's okay as a second pick in my opinion. But this is from guys' eyes, so it could be different from women's. Third pick. Oh, that's a freaking cool picture. Dude, this guy has a cool ass profile. It's a picture of him with reading a newspaper that's burnt. And the backdrop is a lake. Yeah, that's cool. That's a great like concept picture. It shows that he's putting an effort into his profile too, because it's like a well taken picture. Next one, kind of more wholesome, just him looking at the camera with a good glare from the sun. Another great picture, shows I like his fashion style, it seems like, and great backdrop. Oh my God. All right, next one. Okay, a party picture, him in a club. He's got a great like jawline and everything going on too. Good fashion. Shows that he has interest. He goes out. The sunglasses are pretty goofy. And now I have to blur it because I just realized what the sunglass. Honestly, I feel like I can get away with this one, but I'm still gonna blur it just in case. But yeah, if anything, the sunglasses are a little bit. I mean, it depends on what you want. It does say that you're looking for short term, so maybe that works actually. If you're looking for short term, I could see that working. Last picture is a, oh, sorry. Didn't mean the jump scare there. Last picture is him, mirror picture, elevator. Yeah, honestly, solid profile. If I were to correct anything, maybe the sunglass picture, but even then it wasn't really that bad. Or maybe this one. I'm not really a big fan of mirror pictures, but that to each their own. It's not that bad. You only have one versus those guys that have like 5 and they're all in the gym shirtless. Yeah, that's honestly a pretty good picture. Newspaper goes hard, although the newspaper specific to anything. Yeah, that picture was so fire. Not a fan of 5 and 4 is a weird angle or something, but otherwise great. You're cute and seems funny. Seems fun. Love the burning newspaper. Yeah, so it looked like everyone loves that specific picture of the burning newspaper. I love it. I think it's such a cool concept. Yeah, and it's well taken photo. I mean, that's a good profile. I'd be surprised if he wasn't getting a lot of matches, or at least a good amount to the average man. We got an NSFW one that says, I keep matching up with freaks. Okay, we're going to save this for the Patreon, folks. Also, that's a good time. If you guys are interested in exclusive extended content that's unblurred every single day, it's going to be first link in the description box for the Patreon. If it's okay if you guys can't, though, I will still be making videos every day on this channel. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell to continue, keeping up, because we do it every day. All right, let's keep going. I think it's that time of the day where we look at the top post of the week. All right, this one says, am I right to lose complete interest? Okay. And it seems like it's a guy, but we'll see from a guy's perspective, at least. Choose our first date is the prompt. Coffee date was option 1. 2 was drive around and show each other music. And 3 was the movies. Boo. Thumbs down. Wild to put the movies as an option if you don't even like it. I guess that's just like to weave out people. I don't know. He sends him a response to that prompt and says, if your playlist is better than mine, I'll cover the first 3 dates. Tongue out emoji. Or like not tongue out, smiley face with the tongue. And that is a pretty good opener, because I like that. I wouldn't cover 3 dates. It's a little bold there. No, I'm just playing. To each their own. I would have left it at 1 date, because I don't want like any like gold diggers, just like, not gold diggers, but like, people who use men for like food dates and stuff. Because I believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy for some people, but that actually happens. I've been on dates where like halfway through, not a lot, but halfway through, I could tell that the person's here for either just free food, free drinks, or just like, it just like was like an instant like, oh, this is not it, and I'm sure it's happened the other way around with the guys too. All right, anyways, so then he matches with her, and then she goes, the bare minimum is not a prize. Oh, bro, what? So after he said, if your playlist is better than mine, I'll cover the first 3 dates. And she says that that's the bare minimum and it's not a prize. The fact that she said that, I would have instantly ghosted. Like, that's what? That's not like, even if you believe that in your brain, your noggin, okay, why would you say that? Because you're just instantly showing that you're entitled. You're not entitled to my money on my dates. Will I be willing to pay? Maybe. If we're vibing enough and I really like you and I see that I'm in a better financial situation than you and I actually really like you, I am all okay with that. But it can't be one of those things that's expected, in my opinion. Now, some guys might actually like that. To each their own. Me personally, I do not like when a girl thinks that they're entitled to my money and my time. First off, the woman in the date, to me, is equally the prize as I am to them. And if they don't deem it as that, like if I'm not as much of a prize as they are to me, then it's not going to work, because at the end of the day, like that's dating, right? You wouldn't want to be with someone that also values you, unless you're into like degradation or whatever, and not in the close quarters sense. Let's read the comments though. This one has intrigued me. I didn't even read what he responded. He responded, I was trying to be cute and inviting if I'm courting you, of course I'm paying. I wouldn't have even said that. That's insane to say. Comments say that little sentence screams, I will be an absolute nightmare to date, and nothing you will do will ever be good enough. Run. I agree fully. OP even says my sentiments exactly. The appropriate response to the bare minimum is not a prize would be neither are you. So where does that leave us? Oh, dude, if he said that, that would have been a mega burn. That would instantly be an unmatched, but you got to say that with like confidence that you're okay with unmatching. If someone is like this to a total stranger, it's not going to get any better if you continue talking to them. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Women and men that do things like this, say things like this, men obviously have their own like tangent version of this, like parallel version of this. Why would you do that? And then just complain, like they'll be like, oh, I don't know why I'm single. Like, I wonder why. I wonder why you're single. And this one's funny. So I guess I'm just chronically online. Someone says, oh, the guy says, hey, cutie. She goes, hey, handsome. Smiley face. Hey, kissy face, smirk. Hey, double smiley. What? This, okay. Some people like this type of convo. That's a weird convo to me. There's four hays before they even get to anything. And then he sends, are you a parking ticket? Because you got fine written all over it. The classic cliche. I've seen this used probably 20 times. I'm not going to lie. And then she sends, are you a pilot? Because you're pretty fly. Sunglasses. Corny but cute. I got to blur this next part. I think I can say this, but I'm going to be careful just in case I get dinged. Turn on the, this is in all caps, okay? She double texts and says, turn on the TV, exclamation points. They hit the effing Pentagon, exclamation point. And he goes, what? How do you not think that's funny? That's hilarious. The question is, why is there 4 hays being thrown around? I fully agree. What the hell? Weird combos. This one says, what the F does this even mean with a spectacle emoji? I'm known for giving the best. And then it's a air emoji, pilot emoji, googly eyes, and then monkey covering its eye emoji. What kind of Morse code we have to decipher? I mean, I'm guessing I know what this means, and I don't want to say it because it's on, we're on YouTube. But I'll save it for the Patreon, folks. I'm going to let you guys imagine what that could be in your own head. This one says, I'm used to being disappointed with the people on these apps, but this is a new one. Oh, God. Here we go. So it's a prompt, and the prompt says, actually, the way to win me over is actually texting instead of liking the pictures. And then he sends a response to that and says, to be fair, you look great in these pictures. Oh, that's a wholesome response. And then she goes, haha, thanks, sweetie. He goes, oh, come on. You probably hear that on the regular. Laughing emoji. How did you end up in Dresden? If you don't mind me asking. Dresden. Where's that? Germany. Germany. 9. I know like 5 words. Schwein. Pig. Stage. Climber. 9. No. All right. So how did he end up there is what he asked. And then she goes, I'm going to Berlin soon. So I chose a random area to look at cute boys. Too honest, ? And he goes, no such thing as too honest. In that case, how did you end up going to Berlin? I get it. Some people travel and they move their location. This happens. I do it sometimes. I did it in Vietnam. I moved my location ahead of time. She goes, just visiting my aunt. I'll be there for a month. The Berlin boys aren't very cute though. Sad face. Right there, if I were to critique her as a dating, if I was a dating judge, which is such a weird concept, I would have said or you could compliment him. That would be a great time to say Berlin boys aren't very cute, except for you though. Because then you're just saying all Berlin boys aren't cute, including him, because it seems like he's from here. And then he goes, glad to hear someone from the outside confirm my prejudice against Berliners, lol. Okay, so he's going with the joke. Any idea what you're going to do once you're here? She goes, Berlin is full of libs and their beloved illegal immigrants. What the hell? Who are absolutely, hold up. I got to zoom in on this one. So I'm going to reiterate because we zoomed in because this is a crazy one. Berlin is full of libs and their beloved illegal immigrants who are who are absolved of every crime they commit. Ugh. But yeah, I want to look around at the historic sites. What the fuck? What kind of 180 is that? Where is that Gothic cathedral? I want to visit that. And then he responds and goes, what the F is wrong with you? Yeah, that's crazy. Wild. All right, this one says, am I tripping? This makes no sense, right? Am I wrong for unmatching? Okay. So someone responds to a picture. I'm going to be straightforward with you. I'm trying to get to know you as a person, trying to show you some love. I'm not here to waste your time. Let me show you how real men treat a queen. Heart emoji. As beautiful as you. Okay. Bold play there. Let's see if it works out. Very, very bold strategy. Going all in. And then she goes, hello, Sparkly. I appreciate your straightforwardness. I'm always down to get to know people, and you've piqued my interest for sure. Thank you for calling me beautiful, Sparkly. And then he goes, tell me about yourself. She likes it. Oh, she sends a long ass message. Okay, so she really told him about herself. Well, I'm very artsy, outgoing. I'm a performer always. I like some of these messages that are pretty descriptive. It just takes me a while to respond to them because I'm like, damn, that's a lot. I gotta lock in. I'm a performer always. Always been singing most of my life. I recently just graduated from a musical theater conservatory back in February. I'd love to be in Broadway one day, but I also write songs. So I don't want to drop something soon. Oh, so I want to drop something soon. Oh, this sounds like a fun person. They got a lot of things going on, a great hobby. They want to get into theater. They also want to drop music. All right. There's a lot of things I want to do. Lol. As far as hobbies go, I'm in need of more currently, but I do draw every now and then. I love going on walks, like long walks, just people watching and stuff. And I'm also very alternative. I think that's the basics, lol. Also, I love animals. Now you. Okay. Sounds like a pretty normal combo-ish so far. Okay, he sends this like kind of dry text response. I'm very simple. I'm very simple. I play football. There's no like comma or anything. That's kind of throwing me off. I'm very simple. I play football. I'm 22. I go to college. I have 3 businesses. I like trying new things and I watch anime. I like to vibe too. This is a wild message. Like the grammar mixed with the I have 3 businesses randomly dropped in there is so goofy. 3 businesses while going to college. Hey, to each their own. That might be awesome. I'm just curious what those businesses are. And then that was all his message was. Look wild after that long ass message. So then she goes, interesting. Okay, football. I don't actually know too much about sports as a whole, but I've been wanting to get into watching it. Need to find my team. Lol. She gives off golden retriever energy, and I'm here for it. I like this. This is the type of energy I enjoy. Now, all the time, 124 hours a day, like that would be a lot, but off of like the beginning of a message exchange, it's kind of fun to actually get into conversation, you know? Because what the fuck is the point of just dry messages? Anyways, need to find my team, lol. And then she continues and says, I love trying new things as well. So we have that much in common. I'm very adventurous. I did fall off anime though. Okay, at least a green flag that you tried. What are you watching right now? He goes, I watch a lot of things. That's all he said? Oh, dude, you are so capping, bro. The fact that he started with, I'm gonna be straightforward, I'm trying to get to know you as a person. And then she tries to get to know him. And then all he says is, I watch a lot of things. You watch a lot of things. What things? He just be watching things. Some things, nothing, anything. Just be watching things. What the fuck? Who says that? And then she goes, okay, I'll reword. What is one you're watching right now? And then he goes, I don't know yet. Brother, what? You just said you watch a lot of things and then you say you don't know what you watch. This is what I'm saying. I literally predicted this, guys. I'm a fucking wizard. I said nothing, right? He don't know yet. Could be anything. All things. He should be watching things. She responds, the fact that she's giving him this much chances is already baffling to me. Like I would have already cut off if it was a girl, right? Vice versa. I would have cut off as I watch a lot of things. Like honestly, because I would have given them another chance because at least they try to respond to my question. But after that, man, I would have just ghosted. She responds and tries again and goes, so you watch a lot of things, but you simultaneously don't know what you're watching. Okie dokie. Hope you find what you're looking for, sir. Yeah. You shouldn't have even sent that at that point. I would have just unmatched him. I listen to all kinds of music. Oh, that's cool. What are some of your favorite artists? All kinds of music artists. Yeah, it's very political. Oh, someone even references Sarah Palin. Gives real Sarah Palin saying she reads all the newspapers vibes. Yeah, like it's so political. Like you're just trying not to say anything. Crazy. All right, let's do one more before we go to the Patreon. Well, okay then. And he has a guy who has tattoos wearing a vest thing and has a liquor bottle and says, you like this photo. He started the chat. Are you wearing a bulletproof vest in the first photo? Lol. He goes, shut the F up. What? What? That's a valid question. I had that question. Guy wearing a bulletproof vest gets immediately defensive. That tracks. Baseball, huh? Oh, that's hilarious. All right. We're going to end it on that note. If you're a Patreon folk, I will catch you guys there. If otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Love you guys. Have a great night, day, whatever time you're watching this. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. Love you guys. Bye.